second attempt. And like I said, we're still trying to get it to just eyesight. And it works quite well. And there I lost it. Alright. Hey guys, it's your boy Simp. Welcome to a new video of mine. And it's been a few days, but I'm thrilled to be back and to show something off to you. I have something very special for you, but because I'm wearing this mask, I wanted to show you something that I've just finished recently that I think, in my opinion, it just suits me quite well, doesn't it? It's a figurine of Obito. And let's be honest, it looks really, really good. But yeah, I just wanted to show it off a little bit here. This is not the focus of the video today. What we're focusing on is on my table here. And before we switch our camera angle here, I just wanted to thank you guys for the views that I have on my last video. I didn't think it gets this much views in this short of time, so thank you, very much appreciated. It means the world to me, seriously. And with that, we're switching the camera angle and we're moving on. All right, so now that we're in this angle, you can see what I printed here. It is a lot of parts, I have to say that, but they all turned out great, in my opinion, and someone might even recognize already what it is. It's a figurine of Whitebeard, and it's just to give you a little example here, so you can see how huge in size it is. It is actually so big, it's like 50 centimeters in height or something, and it's ridiculous. The weapon of him is like this size. It's quite enormous. So I can't wait to get this one ready and assembled and everything. Yeah, but first we're gonna start with the base, because I want to get this figurine so good looking that I take my time with everything. So I might even split this video in more parts. But yeah, we're gonna start with the base. And as you can hear, it's hollow because I just saved a lot of material by doing this. So yeah, but yeah, we are starting with this one. And what I'm going to do is, I got this mecha primer from Vallejo, white primer, and we're gonna prime literally everything. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna start with the base and make this one look like rocks and everything. So I'm excited to do that. So yeah, what we might do, let me get some white primer on there and we move on. So now that we have the base in completely white, primer white, we can move on. And actually, now I have to clean up my table a little bit, because now we need brushes to go further. So let me do that real quick. All right, so here we are with what we're using. Now we're going to use some brushes. These are the colors that we're using. And yeah, as you can see, we have to mix our own colors, because yeah, I don't really have the right colors that I want to use. So what we're doing here is mixing 3 kinds of gray. So first I'm mixing normal tone gray, and then I lighten it up a little bit and I darken it a little bit. And these we use to get this stone surface. Then we use this brown to, you're gonna see at the end, it's gonna look pretty good. It's gonna look pretty good. But first we're gonna mix some gray color. So let's just go ahead and do that real quick here. So fast forward a little bit. So as you can see on camera, it even looks very, very dark. It is very dark. So we're gonna lighten it up a little bit by adding a little bit more white. And let's see how this one turns out. All right. It is still quite dark for my liking, so we will add a little bit more white here. I mean, the base color should be quite dark, but not like this. And this might be the right tone. I think it could be even. Or is this a good... No, I think we make it even a little bit lighter, and then we have it. And this will be the base coat for the whole base. Yeah, I think that should be enough. Yeah, and as you can see, I'm not really trained or experienced in any of this, so this is more like trial and error. And yeah, we can just do it together and see how it goes, you know. But that's what I like about this. I think I'm happy with this tone. Yeah. So this is our base color. And this we have to get all over the base. But first of all, we need to put something from that aside. And that's where I have this book. This is my coloring book where I mix my colors on. And we just put a big blob aside. In fact, 2 blobs, because we need one lighter and one darker color. So yeah, I think this should be enough. Yes. So now we will lighten one up a little bit and make one a little bit darker. There we go. I'm gonna mix this up real quick. All right, so as you can see, now we have this really light gray that we use as, I think it's a 3rd coat, but now we're gonna use this one and make a little bit of a lighter gray, darker gray here. So now we have 3 tones of gray that we can work with. This is the base color, this is the light one, and this is the darker one. And I think we can start to paint. And we're working with the biggest brush here because, like I said, it needs to get everywhere. So let's just do that. So now that we have it everywhere, we let it sit for a second, and then we go on from there. All right, so now that we let it dry completely, you can see there are a lot of spots that I haven't really painted that properly, but it doesn't really matter because there are some coats that go over that. And the first thing we do is we get all these little crevices and nooks with this brown color here. So we're just going over these nooks, paint it all over, so it's everywhere. And it doesn't really matter if you want that precise. And by the way, this is the first time for me doing any of the painting stuff like this. So I don't really know how it's going to look in the end, but I think it's going to look really awesome. This is what it looks like. And it's okay that it looks messy. Believe me. Because the layer that we do now gets rid of all of this. So what we're doing now, we take a different brush. And with this one, we take the light gray and we get most of the color of the brush, and then we go over it from the top to bottom. It's almost like dry brushing, but not dry brushing.
So I messed up the sound here, unfortunately. The microphone that I'm using is really bad, but yeah, I'm not really saying a lot here. I'm just explaining that I take the light gray and I paint it all over the rock base from top to bottom. And here I'm getting some cardboard to get the brush wet, and then I take most of the paint off. It's not a dry brush, it's still very wet, but it's almost like a dry brush. And yeah, then we're just going all over the figurine, all over the base, I should say. And that's about it. So here, as you can see, I'm just going from top to bottom, and I'm doing it all over the figure, all over the base. And you can see what my intention was here for that one. All the colors are mixing in together, and everything is just coming along quite good. And in my opinion, it looks really, really nice. How a stone surface should look like.
All right, so now look at the base. Now it looks a lot more like stone, as it should be. And it turned out quite good, in my opinion. It really turned out quite nice. I like it. So we let that sit for a second here, and we're giving it another coat because I want to get it a little bit more detailed. I mean, it looks good. It looks good. Don't get me wrong. It looks really good. I like how the colors mix in together. The dark gray, light gray, everything. It looks good. But now we're giving a little bit more accent here. We let it dry completely, and this is what it looks like. When we have the figurine on there, it's just going to look really good. Really, really good. Yeah. And I can't wait. Oh, man. I like this. But we have to do one more step. And I lightened up the gray to a really, really light color. And what we're going to do now is we're going to dry brush. What that means is take the brush and take almost every paint, every last drop paint off that's on there. It's just a dry brush. And then we go again in a motion from top to bottom, just to highlight some of the spots. Just at the edges, it gives the edges a nice color, you know? And that's what I'm looking for. Exactly like this. So now it's all broken up at these edges. And you can see the different shades of gray. Different shades of gray, yeah? The brown in between, it just looks really awesome. Let's be honest. Come on. It looks quite good. And now we let it sit to dry. All right, just look at it. Oh! Sorry. But let's be honest, it turned out awesome. Unfortunately, I wanted to make this video longer, but yeah, doing all of this because this was my first attempt ever doing this. It took me quite longer than anticipated. But I think this will be one video, and in the next video we're going to do his feet, and we're going to do, I hope I can do this, and his legs. So yeah, here you get a little quick peek how this one is going to look. Man, it just turned out so great. Now it really looks like stone. Man, I'm happy how it turned out. It's quite something what we did there. And like I said, I'm really happy how these turned out. I'm really happy. You can just see all the detail that we put into it. But like I said, this is the end of this video. As you can see, my hands are still dirty from it, but I don't care. That's how it is. Just a little bit cleaning up, but yeah. And yeah, this is, like I said, just the first part of probably some parts. I don't know how many exactly, but yeah, we are trying to get this figurine done as quickly as possible, because in my opinion, if it all is gonna look like the base, woo, this one is going to be an art piece. Tap on my shoulder. No. Okay. So with that, I wish you all a wonderful day, and yeah, I hope I see you guys in the next one. If you like this one, maybe comment, like, and subscribe. Would mean the world to me. So yeah, Bye bye.